For all the best boxing content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and punch that bell for notifications.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set to go with our next bout of the evening, scheduled for 10 rounds in the welterweight division. This bout is brought to you by DiBella's DiBella Entertainment in association with Team Puerto Rico, Gary Shaw Productions, and Universal Productions. Sponsored by Corona, La Cerveza Más Fina, Everlast, EAI Inc., and Diamante's Brooklyn Cigar Lounge. Judges ringside, Glenn Feldman, Don Trella, and Waleska Rodan. Your referee for this contest, Harvey Dock. Introducing first, to my right, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears black with white trim. Official weight, uneven 144 pounds. His professional record, 8 victories. He has 6 defeats, 1 draw. He has 5 wins coming by way of knockout. From Riverside, California, Albert Niño Dinamita Herrera. And his opponent across the ring to my left, fighting out of the red corner. He wears blue, green, and gray. He tipped the scales at a ready and even 146 pounds. His professional record, a perfect one. 14 fights, 14 victories, 11 wins coming by way of knockout. De Carolina, Puerto Rico, Thomas Dulorme.
Trunks are good. We went over the instructions earlier. Remember, obey my commands at all times. Obedéceme todo el tiempo. Toco los guantes. Buena suerte.
Thomas Dulorme out of Puerto Rico, taking on Alberto Herrera. And, you know, Dulorme is a guy who, Chop Corley's here. Dulorme beat him.
Yep, knocked him down too.
Said he's been training for 7 weeks for this fight, looking to really make his mark, not only in New York, but here in the States.
Yeah, Dulorme, to put it very bluntly, is one of the very, very top prospects in all of boxing.
You can see the speed already.
Yeah.
You're very quick, very confident in his abilities through his extensive amateur career. Every promoter tried to jump on him when he's ready to make the move from amateur to professional ranks. You know, promoter Lou DiBella was able to join forces with Gary Shaw, and they co-promote Thomas Dulorme.
Well, he said his goal here is really to impress the fans.
Well, this is important for Dulorme because while he should certainly win this fight, he's looking at major stuff the remainder of 2012. So he's ready to make that jump from prospect to top 10 contender if he hasn't already done that.
So far working off that jab, that left jab, he did connect there with that short left hook.
But the one thing they have to be careful with, and Dulorme, who just got hit with a nice right hand, got to be careful with not rushing him. I think the Cuban sensation, Rigan Diao, they're rushing him. They should not put him on that same course. Take your time. He's only 22, still ample amount of time for him to make a bigger name in the sport if he takes his time.
Big right hook misses by Dulorme.
And my fear is coming into this fight, which I'm seeing in this first round, he would try too hard for a knockout, or try too hard to be impressive.
Well, I see poise. I see a little bit of patience. He's staying in the pocket, that's for sure. He's staying within range where he can do damage.
Well, what I mean is, He's throwing hard shots as opposed to trying to set the shots up.
Right.
Bad intentions on every right hand. There's 2 low blows.
Here's a right hook.
See, every right hand, bad intentions.
That's okay if you get the first round knockout, but if you don't, he is a little keyed up. Herrera is the brother of Mauricio Herrera, who has a big fight ahead of him against Brandon Rios.
Nice left hook.
As this first round is coming to a close, they're going 10. This is round 2. Beating Thomas Dulorme in the blue trunks. That silver trim. Against Albert Herrera in the black trunks. And Dulorme trying to set some things up here.
And in between rounds, Albert Herrera's corner, Chief Second Armando Guzman, gave some pretty clear. Whoa.
Good right hand. Connects by Dulorme. That one stunned Herrera.
Right hand and then followed with a nice left hook. I was going to say Armando Guzman gave some pretty smart instructions. He said the right hand, you're getting under the right hand, but you have to come up with the left hook. In the first round, Dulorme missed some big right hands. But Herrera did not make him pay.
Herrera bulling forward, and his head is right in the line of a nice sweet left hook, and I think that's the punch to look for. He has 6 losses. He's only been stopped once. Been matched very tough against a couple of Olympians and Javier Molina and Demetrius Andrade. His matchmakers are doing him no favors. A little bit low there.
Yeah, another one. Oh, there's a right hand. Connects to Herrera.
Kept his hands moving. He missed the first 2, but kept his hands moving.
Dulorme will switch to southpaw, as we see. And just by the by, Dulorme is a college grad and an A student to boot. He's a draftsman, studied drafting in school.
Good combination there. That previous combination kind of wobbled Herrera.
Brian mentioned it in the first round. You get the impression watching Dulorme that every punch could be the last punch of the fight. Maybe he's over-punching a little bit, but he's dangerous while he's doing it, that's for sure.
Final seconds here. Round 2, uppercut connects by Dulorme.
Difference in power is tremendous.
But I like what Herrera's doing, and I'll address it the next round.
Which was?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Herrera showed that he could stay in there and still take some hard, crisp shots. Now, that may eke into the mind of Dulorme. And you want Dulorme.
Ooh, short right hook.
See what I mean? But look at Herrera's right back in his chest. I'm not saying it's going to do him any good. But what I'm saying is it can eke in the young guy's mind. I'm hitting this guy with everything I have. Maybe he can switch up his attack and start boxing and then give you leverage to land some big shots. Look at Herrera. He took some big shots, but he's right in the chest of Dulorme.
Yeah, he's taken 2 big ones so far in this round, Steve.
Now, God forbid Dulorme breaks his hand or something. What happens? Then the assault stops. The hard punches stops. and Herrera's right back in his chest.
Yeah, there's Herrera. He connects with the left.
See, now look who's holding on. Dulorme.
Herrera's convinced me he's a tough guy. He's coming off losses in 5 of his last 6 fights.
Look
But
who's
he's in here
holding on
trying,
inside.
and he's been hurt, and he's still making the fight. His corner wants him to back Dulorme up. Easier said than done when you don't have the bigger punch or the faster hands.
Or a jab. Jab would help.
Yeah.
So you lay on the outside and you give the young prospect the room.
Straight right hand by Dulorme.
Dulorme's not having much of a problem landing the first big shot. It's that second big shot. It's kind of one at a time for him. There's combination punching.
But in between those combinations, I guess I'm playing devil's advocate this fight. In between those combinations, Herrera's sneaking in one shot here, one shot there.
There are a lot of top prospects right now in Puerto Rico. This is one of them. McWilliams Arroyo, top amateur. Jonathan Gonzalez. Jose Pedraza, a lot of top guys. And Dulorme's right there among them, although he was born in St. Martin, the island of St. Martin, and raised in the Dominican Republic. But they love him in Puerto Rico. They've adopted him as one of their own.
And he said yesterday at the weigh-ins, he's trying to win fans all over the world. He just don't want to make his mark in Puerto Rico. Dangerous punch, uppercut from the outside, but he landed.
Does Dulorme need to go more to the body?
Body shots will not hurt anybody. It only helps. So yes, work the body.
Because a lot of Dulorme's shots have been upstairs.
Well, let me rephrase that. Body shots will not hurt the attacker.
I was wondering what you meant there, Brian.
But it's not nice getting hit with a body shot.
I love when a corner tells the fighter, he doesn't like it to the body.
Who do?
Who do? Well, Dulorme's showing a little bit of infighting ability here.
Again, Herrera showing grit and toughness. As I said, not that it's going to help him, but it will give him a chance to stay in this fight. Anything can happen.
Dulorme's been in 2 big fights. He's fought Chop Chop here in New York. Knocked him down, won a decision. He's fought a fighter named Navarro who fought for the world title, and he stopped him late. This is a step down in terms of quality of opposition from those 2 guys. So you want to see Dulorme not only win, you want to see him dominate.
He connected with a right hook, but Herrera came back with a short right of his own.
And I know we've been saying how Dulorme is a younger guy.
There's
Herrera is not a worn guy. He's only 30, but he's only been fighting pro for 3 years.
So not a lot of tread on those tires.
Correct. But if he keep taking hard shots like this, a few fights away, he will have a lot of tread on the tires.
Just doesn't seem too much Herrera can do right now. He doesn't seem to have the power. And he's getting ripped to the body, especially this round.
Well, the scouting report on Herrera is he lacked defense, and I think he has really proven that right tonight.
Yeah, Dulorme fighting his way with his back to the ropes.
And Herrera is complaining he got hit in the back of the head. I know the feeling. I remember I got hit on the chin once, and I complained to the referee I got hit on the back of the head. It wasn't until I saw the film I got hit dead on the chin, but I felt it in the back of my head.
You know, some of the punishment Herrera has taken, and I'm with you, Steve. Here we go, halfway point. Thomas Dulorme, the sky blue trunks, taking on Albert Herrera in the black.
In Herrera's corner, referee Harry Dot came over and said, listen, I warned Dulorme about low blows, so I got my eye out on it. And of course, Herrera don't speak English. So he asked his trainer, what did he say? The trainer said he came over and asked, do I want to stop the fight? So I guess he's trying to rile him up.
Oh, there's a short right by Dulorme. Herrera comes right back, though.
Now here's one that I almost can't believe. Yesterday they told me that when Dulorme went to the doctor, his pulse was 34, and they almost didn't let him fight.
That's
they
not
thought
breathing.
there was something right. Yeah, you got me.
34.
Now, you know, is that an exaggeration? I don't know, but 34?
Yeah.
So don't expect him to get tired in there. 34, my
That's
goodness.
almost impossible.
Normal is about 68, 72.
Right.
Well, in shape, the lowest my pulse has ever been is 60. In shape.
In shape. How
Top
could that
shape.
be 34?
Yeah, 34, that's ridiculous.
Think they were exaggerating a little
Yeah,
bit?
34,
All right.
you're not breathing. That's close to being unconscious.
Kenyan marathon runners don't have 34, right?
Marathon runner, I'll probably get 56, 58 too.
Oh, Dulorme with a right. Herrera comes right back with a right hand of his own.
What
Now,
Steve said, he
Herrera-
got to be in it.
He's still here. He's complaining about getting hit behind the head, but the referee said you're turning your head, and that's why you're getting hit there. Now this I don't like. Fighters today are switching southpaw orthodox all
For
the
no
time.
reason.
What's the point? Is he effective this way? No. Master the one stance and stay with it.
And key words, a lot of these boxers don't even master the first stance.
Dulorme, he's got Herrera trapped here against the ropes.
Dulorme's hit on the break about 4 times. You could always say he doesn't understand English, right? He's working on his English, hasn't mastered it yet.
I think break is universal. Break is break.
And there it is. On cue.
Wild right hand by Dulorme misses.
And it wouldn't surprise me if Dulorme gets a late round stoppage because he's doing a lot of work to the body. And that may pay off in the second half of this fight.
But he hasn't hurt Herrera once to the body.
Uppercut by Dulorme.
And look at
Herrera comes right back. Here we go, and we exchange now. Here's a straight right hand by Dulorme. And
Herrera
Herrera's
hasn't.
right there.
I'm sorry, Brian. Herrera hasn't lost any steam on his punches.
I don't see much steam to begin with, though. That's the problem. Especially compared to Dulorme.
No, right? The problem is Herrera's trying to counterpunch Dulorme, but Dulorme, when he punches, he throws in bunches. So it's hard to counterpunch.
You think Dulorme should be using his jab more? I don't see a lot of jabbing, especially when they're at a distance like this. See, he's dancing around with his hands low, leads with a power shot.
I know because this was more of a showcase type fight for him, he would try too hard. Despite the experience any young guy has, you got to realize he's still young. And we all know Dulorme has a load of amateur experience, but he's
Straight left
still
hand.
young.
Dulorme tagging him now with that left hand.
That's the jab I've been calling for, yeah. More this round anyway. Well, judging by body language, I think Herrera's getting worn down a little bit. And that's not hard to understand given the amount of shots Dulorme's landed downstairs and upstairs.
Here's a good combination by Dulorme, and he tags him up, and Herrera's hurt. He's got him up against the ropes.
Dulorme did a good job there of keeping his hands free.
Herrera just trying to survive here.
Yeah, Herrera was certainly trying to get through this round.
Final seconds. There's a short left uppercut by Dulorme.
That's Jose Bonilla in the corner, one of the top trainers in Puerto Rico.
This is the 7th round. And Dulorme comes right out, establishing that jab.
Watching the way Herrera's moving his head and watching him in the corner, seems like he's still bothered by those punches behind the neck.
Exactly.
And that's a very sensitive spot.
Yeah, you can see him.
The brainstem, right?
Yeah.
I don't like that. That worries me.
I guess Herrera has decided to stay close. But you see, every single chance he gets, he tries to get close. And he tries to fight there on the inside. I think he's safer on the inside. Although he absorbed more punishment on the inside, but I think he's safer.
Less likely to get knocked out, I guess is what you're saying, right?
Mouth wide open by Herrera.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of Puerto Rican boxing fans in New York. That's no secret. And if Dulorme wants to wow them, I think he needs to get rid of this guy in this fight.
Yeah.
I don't care how tough Herrera is. Given the amount of shots he's landed.
I sort of envy the guy. I wish my hands would have held up to hit a guy as many times as he did.
And for those who don't remember Brian Adams as a fighter, trust me, he could punch with that right hand.
But see, this is what I mean. Herrera's not in imminent danger on the inside because he's able to keep the output of Dulorme pretty low. But when Dulorme has room, he throws more shots. So it's a matter of pick your poison. In this round, Herrera has absolutely done nothing offensively.
But lean on the ropes and take punishment from Dulorme. Here's a left hand. Now Dulorme going to the body of Herrera.
And some tape coming loose on the left hand of Thomas Dulorme. And Harvey Doc, I think, just noticed it. Tape loose on both hands.
Do you guys think it's a fair question to ask right now whether, at least at the end of this round, Herrera's corner should start thinking about maybe calling a halt? He didn't look like he's a threat to win to me.
But he just keeps grabbing his head. You can see, look, you can see he, after every break, he grabs his head, and he had been complaining about the back of his neck. Dulorme going to the body here, final seconds of the round.
It's Dr. Barry Jordan.
Stop.
And that's it.
He said he can't feel his ear.
Yeah, and that's it.
He said he couldn't hear and he can't feel his ear.
Maybe that's why, Brian, we kept seeing him.
Yeah, he kept reaching after every break. He reached for the back of his head. And so there's the stoppage here.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of round 8, your referee Harvey Dock calls a halt to this contest on advice of the ringside physicians. Your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Thomas